Tom, Jerry, Scooby, Daffy, and Bugs like New Line Cinemas. New Line Productions, Inc., doing business as New Line Cinema, is an American film and television production company. In 2008, it became a subsidiary of Warner Brothers Motion Picture Group, a division of the Big Five film studio Warner Brothers, which in turn is owned by Warner Brothers Discovery, WBD.
The studio was founded on June 18, 1967, by Robert Shaye in New York City and has been operating as a unit of Warner Brothers Pictures since 2008. After becoming a film studio after being acquired by Turner Broadcasting System in 1994, Turner later merged with Time Warner Entertainment, later known as Warner Media, from 2018 to 2022, and Warner Brothers Discovery since 2022 in 1996, and New Line was merged with Warner Brothers Pictures in 2008. Prior to the integration into Warner Brothers Pictures, the headquarters were located in Los Angeles, California, at 116N Robertson Boulevard. Since then, New Line Cinema operates out of offices at Warner Brothers Studios in Burbank. New Line Alme Cinema is currently one of the 4 live-action film studios within the Warner Brothers Motion Picture Group, the others being Warner Brothers Pictures, Warner Brothers Clockwork, and a minority stake in Spyglass Media Group. The studio has been nicknamed the House That Freddy Built due to the success of the Nightmare on Elm Street horror film series 6. However, its most successful property was a film adaptation of the Lord of the Rings trilogy by J.R.R. Tolkien with considerable commercial success and numerous Academy Awards.
I like the Lord of the Rings from that company. Anyway, New Line Cinema was established in 1967 by the then 27-year-old Robert Shaye as a film distribution company, supplying foreign and art films for college campuses in the United States. Shaye operated New Line Cinema's offices out of his apartment at 14th Street and 2nd Avenue in New York City. One of the company's early successes was its distribution of the 1936 anti-cannabis propaganda film Reefer Madness, which became a cult hit on American college campuses in the early 1970s. New Line also released many classic foreign language films like Stay As You Are, Immoral Tales, and Get Out Your Handkerchiefs, which became the first New Line film to win an Oscar. The studio has also released many of the films of John Waters. In 1976, New Line Cinema secured funding to produce its first full-length feature, Stunts, 1977, directed by Mark L. Lester. Although not considered a critical success, the film performed well commercially on the international market and on television. In 1980, Shaye's law school classmate Michael Lynn became outside counsel and advisor to the company and renegotiated its debt. In 1983, Bryanston Distributing Company, the company that first distributed the original The Texas Chainsaw Massacre, lost the rights to that film, and the rights reverted to the original owners. New Line Cinema bought the rights and re-released the film to theaters that same year. It became very successful for the studio. With the success of the Elm Street franchise, New Line Cinema made moves to expand their business. This included a revamping of their distribution network, the sale of their films into broadcast syndication and paid television via Embassy Communications and Universal Pay Television, respectively, and the creation of an international distribution arm. The third film in the series, A Nightmare on Elm Street 3, Dream Warriors, was released in 1987, the studio's first national release, and opened at number 1, grossing $8.9 million for the weekend, a record for an independent film at the time, and went on to gross almost $45 million at the U.S. box office. A further 6 films have been made. The first 6 grossed $500 million worldwide, and the next 3 $250 million, for a total of $750 million. In 1986, the film Critters was released, which led to another long-running horror film franchise for the studio. In 1988, New Line released a heavy metal-focused sequel to the acclaimed 1981 punk rock documentary, The Decline of Western Civilization, titled The Decline of Western Civilization Part 2, The Metal Years. In 1989, the company entered into a distribution partnership with Cinetel Films, where Cinetel handled overall rights, and New Line would handle marketing and distribution of its titles.
In 1990, Lynn became president and chief operating officer, with Shea as chairman and chief executive officer. The same year, New Line Cinema released Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, which became the highest-grossing independent film of all time, with a gross of $135 million in the United States and Canada, until it was surpassed by the Blair Witch Project from 1999. It was followed by a sequel, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2. The Secret of the Ooze on 1991, which was the second highest grossing, with a gross of $78 million in the United States and Canada. A third, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 3, followed in 1993. In 1990, New Line released the popular comedy House Party, which led to a long-running film series. In 1992, New Line released the Drew Barrymore erotic thriller Poison Ivy, which helped launch another film series, as it spawned 2 direct-to-video sequels in 1996 and 1997, as well as a made-for-television sequel in 2008. In 1992, New Line also acquired the rights to the Friday the 13th horror franchise, with the franchise having previously had 7 films released by Paramount Pictures in the 1980s. The franchise had started generating declining box office returns, and New Line's ultimate goal in acquiring the rights was to eventually have a film focusing on both Jason Voorhees, the antagonist of the franchise, and Freddy Krueger, the antagonist of the A Nightmare on Elm Street franchise. This planned film received several delays and wasn't released until 2003, with 2 Friday the 13th films without Freddy Krueger being released by New Line in 1993 and 2001. After acquiring the rights to Friday the 13th, New Line were involved in a bidding war for the rights to Halloween, another horror franchise. They lost out to Dimension Films, a horror genre film-focused subsidiary of Miramax. Beginning in 1995, Dimension went on to release several Halloween films. In July 1990, Carolco Pictures entered into a joint venture with New Line Cinema to start 7 Art, a distribution company which primarily released much of Carolco's low-budget output, as opposed to their high-budget films, which were released by TriStar Pictures. In November, New Line Cinema purchased a 52% stake in the television production company RHI Entertainment, now Halcyon Studios, which would later be sold to Hallmark Cards in 1994. In early 1991, Fine Line Features was set up as a wholly owned subsidiary headed by Ira Deutschman, and released films including Jane Campion's An Angel at My Table and Gus Van Sant's My Own Private Idaho. That May, New Line Cinema purchased the home video and foreign rights to 600 films held by Sultan Entertainment Holdings, a.k.a. Nelson Entertainment. The deal also included an 11-film distribution deal with Castle Rock Entertainment. On November 27th, New Line Cinema purchased Sultan outright. In 1992, Michael DeLuca became Executive Vice President and Chief Executive Officer of the production unit. On January 28, 1994, New Line Cinema was acquired by the Turner Broadcasting System for $500 million. Under Turner, New Line experienced box office success in 1994 with the Jim Carrey comedies Dumb and Dumber and The Mask. Shortly after their releases, both of these films spawned animated programs which were handled by New Line's television division and other partners. Other successful releases under the Turner ownership include the psychological thriller Seven from 1995 and the black stoner comedy Friday, also from 1995. The latter film received 2 sequels in 2000 and 2002, as well as a 2007 animated series produced in conjunction with New Line Television and MTV. Turner Broadcasting System later merged with Time Warner Entertainment in October 1996. New Line Cinema was kept as its own separate entity for over a decade, while fellow Turner-owned studios Hanna-Barbera Productions and Castle Rock Entertainment quickly became units of Warner Brothers. Even though the merger closed in October 1996, New Line's opening logo continued to have the byline A Turner Company until mid-1997, with the last film to have this byline being Trial and Error. A few months before the merger closed, it was announced that Time Warner would sell both New Line and Castle Rock if it received high enough offers. Both studios were purchased by Turner Broadcasting System in 1993-94 to strengthen the company's production capabilities, but at Time Warner they were seen as duplicative or redundant assets with little strategic value. The sale of either studio never eventuated. During its time as an entity separate from Warner Brothers, New Line Cinema continued to operate several divisions, including theatrical distribution, marketing, and home video. Direct-to-video films released by New Line Home Entertainment in the latter 1990s included the action films Excessive Force 2, Force on Force from 1995, and Raven from 1996, the romantic comedy Overnight Delivery from 1908, the Poison Ivy sequels, Poison Ivy 2, Lily from 1996 and Poison Ivy, The New Seduction from 1997, and the 1997 horror film Campfire Tales, which was originally in negotiations to be released theatrically by either Warner Brothers Pictures or Paramount Pictures. The company's fortunes took a downturn in 1996 after financial losses on the island of Dr. Moreau and The Long Kiss Goodnight. Although in 1997, Shine received the studio's first nomination for the Academy Award for Best Picture and their second film to win an Academy Award with Geoffrey Rush's win for Academy Award for Best Actor. The following year, New Line's pornography industry drama Boogie Nights was also nominated for several Academy Awards. In 1997, the studio released a poorly received live-action film adaptation of the Spawn comic. That same year, a much better received adult animation series based on the comic was also released, with this series being produced by the studio's new Time Warner sister company, HBO. One of New Line's more financially successful projects towards the end of the 1990s was Austin Powers, International Man of Mystery from 1997, which spawned 2 even more successful sequels in 1999 and 2002. The 1998 Jackie Chan Chris Tucker buddy film Rush Hour was another big hit for New Line, spawning 2 sequels in 2001 and 2007. In 1995 and 1997, New Line released 2 films based on the Mortal Kombat video game series. These films were co-handled by Larry Kasanoff's recently created Threshold Entertainment and performed moderately well at the box office despite lackluster reviews. In 1998, Threshold and New Line Television released a live-action television series based on Mortal Kombat titled Mortal Kombat Conquest. Time Warner went on to gain full ownership of the Mortal Kombat intellectual property in 2009 after Warner Brothers. Interactive acquired bankrupt developer Midway Games in 2009. In 1996, New Line acquired the film rights to the Marvel character Blade, releasing a successful trilogy of films between 1998 and 2004. Around this time, Marvel also sold off the film rights for the rest of their characters to other studios, including 20th Century Fox, Columbia Pictures, Lionsgate, and Universal Pictures, with these studios having a contractual clause which would let the rights to the characters revert to Marvel if they failed to produce a new film every few years. After New Line failed to produce a sequel to the Third Blade film in 2004, the rights reverted to Marvel, which itself was purchased by the Walt Disney Company in 2009. To date, these three Blade films remain some of the only pieces of Marvel media owned by Warner, which since 1969 has been part of the same corporate family as rival comic publisher DC. One of the few others is the 1967 Fantastic Four animated series, which was co-produced by Hanna-Barbera and whose rights were partially inherited by Warner in 1996 through the Turner Broadcasting System acquisition.
New Line Cinema produced the Lord of the Rings fantasy film trilogy, which was originally attached to Miramax. These films became New Line's most successful to date, grossing over $2.9 billion worldwide. The films were nominated for 30 Academy Awards, including nominations for the Academy Award for Best Picture for each film, and won 17, with the final picture, The Lord of the Rings, The Return of the King from 2003, winning a joint record 11, including Best Picture, as well as being the second highest grossing film of all time at the time of its release. Despite the huge success of the Lord of the Rings films, Town and Country from 2001 generated a loss of $100 million, and DeLuca left as production head to be replaced by Toby Emmerich. In 2001, Shea and Lynn became co-chairman and co-CEO. In the 2000s, New Line continued to remain prominent in the horror genre, releasing the long-awaited Freddy vs. Jason in 2003, a successful 2003 remake of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and Final Destination from 2000, which launched a long-running film series. The studio was also a partner in founding a new distribution company named Picture House in 2005, specializing in independent film. Picture House was formed by Bob Burney, who left distributor Newmarket Films, New Line Cinema, who folded their Fine Line division into Picture House, and HBO Films, a division of HBO and a subsidiary of Time Warner, who was interested in getting into the theatrical film business.
On February 28, 2008, Time Warner's boss, Jeff Beeks, said New Line Cinema closing as own studio. Shea and Lynn told workers they'd step down. They promised that company still handle money stuff, making, marketing, and showing own films, but join Warner Brothers, be smaller, make less films than before. The bad box office of The Golden Compass, 2007, mainly to blame, cost $180 million, but only made $70 million in U.S. In March, Emmerich became big boss while Shea and Lynn gone. On May 8, 2008, Picture House also closing in fall. Bernie later bought Picture House name from Warner Brothers and restarted it in 2013. New Line Cinema moved from Old Spot on Robertson Boulevard in June 2014 to Warner Brothers lot, Building 76. Used to be for Legendary Entertainment. Last movie from New Line as own company was Will Ferrell's Semi-Pro. Since 2016, New Line making own TV shows. New Line TV joined Warner Brothers TV in 2008. About future, Alan Horn, the Warner Brothers boss then, said no budget number needed. They do like 6 per year, maybe 4 to 7, not 10. About movies, New Line not only making one type, no rule to make specific kind of movie. Its fanfare of New Line Cinema sounds like this.
I hear the New Line Cinema sounds?
Yes, a fanfare from New Line Cinema?
Yes! It'll play that again just to know it sounds like...
So that's what it sounds like.
That fanfare from New Line Cinema sure knows how to roll out the red carpet, huh? It's like a musical confetti party. Nice touch, if I do say so myself.
Oh boy, the New Line Cinema fanfare? It's like a classic Scooby snack, but for the ears. It gets you all revved up, ready for some spooky adventures. Wanna grab my pals and solve some mysteries. Can't wait to see what mysteries unfold next.
Our favorite logo designs from New Line Cinema is the 1987, the 1994, and the 2024 that had a black square with 2 film stripes and a blue light in a black background.
Hey! What movies did they produce?
New Line Cinema has many movies like Lord of the Rings, Final Destination, The Mask, Mortal Kombat, Harold and Kumar, Dumb and Dumber, Austin Powers and so much more. Did you know that the very first film from New Line Cinema hit the scene was Late August at the Hotel Ozone? That's right. Over the years, New Line Cinema has released movies. That company will reach 60 years on June 18, 2027.
60 years? Rawr! Can you believe New Line Cinema is turning 60 next year? That's a whole lot of cinematic magic.
Wow! That's like 2 decades of fun times multiplied by 3. Seriously, what a milestone. From 1967 to 2026, New Line Cinema has released movies over the years, including the movies that were planning to release that aren't released yet.
Wow, that's a lot of movies from New Line Cinema. Somehow, when New Line Cinema acquires with Warner Brothers from 2008, in 2011 Warner Brothers Pictures transitions the logo to the New Line Cinema logo, which first appeared in the logo from the movie The Right, 2011. But in 2024, they brought back the classic New Line Cinema logo that looks same and different like 1994, which first appeared on the movie Turtles All the Way Down.
On July 18, 1967, Late August at the Hotel Ozone got released. On December 26, 1967, Magical Mystery Tour got released. On July 27, 1968, The Virgin President got released. On April 22, 1969, Sympathy for the Devil got released. On April 10, 1970, Multiple Maniacs got released. On March 11, 1971, Brandy in the Wilderness got released. On July 8, 1971, Mississippi Summer got released. On December 15, 1971, Even Dwarfs Started Small got released. On March 17, 1972, Pink Flamingos got released. On March 30, 1973, Reefer Madness and the Cocaine Fiends got released. On June 18, 1974, The Seduction of Mimi got released. On October 1, 1974, The Texas Chainsaw Massacre got released. On October 4, 1974, Female Trouble got released. On November 6, 1974, The Nada Gang got released. On November 30, 1974, The Street Fighter got released. On January 1975, A Page of Madness got released. On May 30, 1975, Nuits Rouges got released. On December 3, 1975, Return of the Street Fighter got released. On January 14, 1976, All Screwed Up got released. On February 19, 1976, Sister Street Fighter got released. On March 10, 1976, Immoral Tales got released. On June 18, 1976, The Cars That Ate Paris got released. On January 12, 1977, Tattooed Hitman got released. On May 27, 1977, Desperate Living got released. On June 23, 1977, 1977 Conversation Piece got released. On August 17, 1977 Stunts got released. On September 23, 1977 Calmos got released. On September 1977 Leonore got released. On February 25, 1978 Night of the Living Dead got released. On April 15, 1978 The Scenic Route got released. On June 7, 1978 Servant and Mistress got released. On December 17, 1978 Get Out Your Handkerchiefs got released. On January 18, 1979 The Street Fighter's Last Revenge got released. On October 24, 1979 Wise Blood got released. On December 21, 1979 Stay As You Are got released. On January 21, 1980 Hooray for Betty Boop got released. On May 20, 1980 Underground USA got released. On May 25, 1981 Polyester got released. On October 11, 1981 Beaupere got released. On October 15, 1981 The Evil Dead got released. On March 30, 1982 Bronson Lee Champion got released. On May 1, 1982 Beach House and Roaring Fire got released. On November 3, 1982 Alone in the Dark got released. On November 15, 1982 Smithereens got released. On January 3, 1983 Extra got released. On June 13, 1983 Heatwave got released. On July 13, 1983 The First Time got released. On September 5, 1983 Escape from the Bronx got released. On January 16, 1984 Betrayal got released. On January 19, 1984 Cop Killer got released. On January 29, 1984 Warriors of the Wasteland got released. On February 1, 1984 Dear Maestra got released. On February 15, 1984 Attitude Invincible Orion aka Cave Dwellers got released. On February 28, 1984 Running Hot got released. On April 30, 1984 Big Meat Eater got released. On May 2, 1984 Fear Estate got released. On June 19, 1984 Blind Date got released. On August 15, 1984 Half a Life got released. On September 30, 1984 The Ninja Mission got released. On November 12, 1984 A Nightmare on Elm Street and Special Effects got released. On November 21, 1984 Perfect Strangers got released. On January 14, 1985 Crime Killer got released. On January 31, 1985 Exterminators in the Year 3000 got released. On April 9, 1985 Lillian Love got released. On April 15, 1985 Self-Defense got released. On May 20, 1985 Return to Waterloo got released. On August 5, 1985 Phenomena got released. On September 25, 1985 The Death of Mario Ritchie got released. On September 1985 Buddies got released. On November 6, 1985 A Nightmare on Elm Street 2 Freddy's Revenge got released. On April 7, 1986 Critters got released. On April 1986 The Ladies Club got released. On July 14, 1986 Sincerely Charlotte got released. On September 24, 1986 Le Fronty got released. On November 12, 1986 Quiet Cool got released. On February 25, 1987 A Nightmare on Elm Street 3 Dream Warriors got released. On April 20, 1987 My Demon Lover got released. On June 10, 1987 Summer Night with Greek Profile Almond Eyes and Scent of Basil got released. On August 26, 1987 The Rosary Murders got released. On October 28, 1987 The Hidden got released. On November 25, 1987 Stranded got released. On February 24, 1988 Hairspray got released. On April 18, 1988 Eat the Rich got released. On April 27, 1988 Critters 2 The Main Course got released. On May 4, 1988 Judgment in Berlin got released. On June 13, 1988 The Decline of Western Civilization Part 2 The Metal Years got released. On June 22, 1988 A Handful of Dust got released. On August 15, 1988 A Nightmare on Elm Street 4 The Dream Master got released. On September 14, 1988, The Prince of Pennsylvania and Tougher Than Leather got released. On November 14, 1988, Lucky Stiff got released. On December 14, 1988, Torch Song Trilogy got released. On March 1, 1989, Hit List got released. On March 22, 1989, 976 Evil got released. On May 3, 1989, Out of the Dark got released. On June 7, 1989, No Holds Barred got released. On June 26, 1989, A Sinful Life got released. On July 26, 1989, Baba the Movie got released. On August 7, 1989, A Nightmare on Elm Street 5 The Dream Child got released. On August 30, 1989, Relentless got released. On November 6, 1989, Communion got released. On January 12, 1990, Leatherface The Texas Chainsaw Massacre 3 got released. On February 2, 1990, Heart Condition got released. On February 23, 1990, The Blood of Heroes got released. On March 9, 1990, House Party got released. On March 30, 1990, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles got released. On May 11, 1990, Far Out Man got released. On July 20, 1990, Chicago Joe and the Showgirl got released. On August 3, 1990, Metropolitan got released. On August 24, 1990, Pump Up the Volume got released. On September 7, 1990, Masters of Menace got released. On September 14, 1990, Fools of Fortune and Repossessed got released. On September 28, 1990, King of New York got released. On October 12, 1990, Alligator 2 The Mutation got released. On October 19, 1990, Book of Love got released. On November 2, 1990, The Man Inside got released. On January 16, 1991, Cadence got released. On January 21, 1991, Too Much Sun got released. On February 8, 1991, Queen's Logic got released. On March 8, 1991, Shadow of China got released. On March 18, 1991, The Guyver got released. On March 22, 1991, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2 The Secret of the Ooze got released. On April 5, 1991, Hangin' with the Homeboys got released. On May 17, 1991, Dice Rules got released. On May 24, 1991, Drop Dead Fred got released. On August 16, 1991, Talkin' Dirty After Dark got released. On August 23, 1991, Defenseless and Naked Tango US distribution only got released. On August 28, 1991, Beastmaster 2 Through the Portal of Time got released. On September 13, 1991, Freddy's Dead The Final Nightmare got released. On September 27, 1991, Rambling Rose and Late for Dinner got released. On October 4, 1991, Heaven is a Playground got released. On October 21, 1991, Past Midnight got released. On October 25, 1991, House Party 2 got released. On November 1, 1991, Get Back got released. On November 27, 1991, The Dark Wind got released. On March 6, 1992, The Lawnmower Man got released. On April 17, 1992, Deep Cover got released. On April 24, 1992, Year of the Comet got released. On April 29, 1992, Big Girls Don't Cry They Get Even got released. On May 8, 1992, Poison Ivy got released. On June 8, 1992, Ace's Iron Eagle 3 got released. On August 14, 1992, Light Sleeper got released. On August 28, 1992, Honeymoon in Vegas and Twin Peaks Fire Walk with Me got released. On September 2, 1992, Live Wire got released. On September 7, 1992, Where the Day Takes You got released. On September 25, 1992, Mr. Saturday Night got released. On October 9, 1992, Glengarry Glen Ross got released. On October 9, 1992, Johnny Stechino got released. On December 23, 1992, Damage got released. On February 5, 1993, Loaded Weapon 1 got released. On March 3, 1993, Sunset Grill got released. On March 5, 1993, Amos Andrew got released. On March 19, 1993, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 3 got released. On April 23, 1993, Who's the Man got released. On April 30, 1993, 3 of Hearts got released. On May 14, 1993, Excessive Force got released. On May 28, 1993, Menace to Society got released. On August 6, 1993, Jason Goes to Hell The Final Friday got released. On August 20, 1993, Surf Ninjas got released. On August 27, 1993, Needful Things got released. On October 1, 1993, Malice got released. On October 8, 1993, Gettysburg got released. On November 12, 1993, Man's Best Friend got released. On November 24, 1993, Josh and Sam got released. On January 3, 1994, Force on Force got released. On January 14, 1994, House Party 3 got released. On January 26, 1994, Blink got released. On February 25, 1994, 8 Seconds got released. On March 4, 1994, Monkey Trouble got released. On March 25, 1994, Above the Rim got released. On April 15, 1994, Surviving the Game got released. On June 3, 1994, The Endless Summer 2 got released. On July 11, 1994, The Hidden 2 got released. On July 22, 1994, North got released. On July 29, 1994, The Mask got released. On August 12, 1994, Corina got released. On October 14, 1994, Craven's New Nightmare got released. On November 18, 1994, The Swan Princess got released. On December 16, 1994, Dumb and Dumber got released. On December 23, 1994, Safe Passage got released. On February 3, 1995, In the Mouth of Madness got released. On March 3, 1995, The Mangler got released. On April 7, 1995, Don Juan DeMarco got released. On April 21, 1995, The Basketball Diaries got released. On April 26, 1995, Friday got released. On May 5, 1995, My Family got released. On May 30, 1995, Embrace of the Vampire got released. On August 18, 1995, Mortal Kombat got released. On September 1, 1995, National Lampoon's Senior Trip got released. On September 15, 1995, Angus got released. On September 22, 1995, Seven got released. On October 13, 1995, Now and Then got released. On October 24, 1995, Howling New Moon Rising got released. On January 12, 1996, Lawnmower Man 2 Beyond Cyberspace got released. On January 26, 1996, Bed of Roses got released. On February 9, 1996, Pie in the Sky got released. On February 16, 1996, Rumble in the Bronx got released. On April 3, 1996, A Thin Line Between Love and Hate got released. On April 19, 1996, Faithful got released. On May 17, 1996, Heaven's Prisoners got released. On July 26, 1996, The Adventures of Pinocchio got released. On August 23, 1996, The Island of Dr. Moreau got released. On August 30, 1996, The Stupids got released. On September 13, 1996, Feeling Minnesota got released. On September 20, 1996, Last Man Standing got released. On October 11, 1996, The Long Kiss Goodnight got released. On October 25, 1996, Normal Life got released. On October 27, 1996, Bullet got released. On October 29, 1996, Necronomicon got released. On November 8, 1996, Set It Off got released. On December 20, 1996, In Love and War got released. On December 25, 1996, Michael got released. On January 10, 1997, Jackie Chan's First Strike got released. On February 14, 1997, Dangerous Ground got released. On March 14, 1997, Love Jones got released. On March 28, 1997, Baps got released. On May 2, 1997, Austin Powers International Man of Mystery got released. On May 30, 1997, Trial and Error got released. On August 1, 1997, Spawn got released. On August 22, 1997, Money Talks got released. On October 10, 1997, Boogie Nights and Most Wanted got released. On November 14, 1997, One Night Stand got released. On November 21, 1997, Mortal Kombat Annihilation got released. On December 25, 1997, Wag the Dog got released. On February 6, 1998, The Night Flyer got released. On February 13, 1998, The Wedding Singer got released. On February 20, 1998, Dark City got released. On March 20, 1998, Mr. Nice Guy got released. On April 3, 1998, Lost in Space got released. On April 10, 1998, The Players Club got released. On May 8, 1998, Woo got released. On August 21, 1998, Blade got released. On September 18, 1998, Rush Hour got released. On October 23, 1998, Pleasantville got released. On October 30, 1998, Living Out Loud and American History X got released. On February 12, 1999, Blast from the Past got released. On March 12, 1999, The Corruptor got released. On June 11, 1999, Austin Powers The Spy Who Shagged Me got released. On July 23, 1999, Drop Dead Gorgeous got released. On August 13, 1999, Detroit Rock City got released. On August 27, 1999, The Astronaut's Wife got released. On September 10, 1999, Dog Park got released. On October 22, 1999, Body Shots got released. On November 5, 1999, The Bachelor got released. On December 17, 1999, Magnolia got released. On January 12, 2000, Next Friday got released. On February 18, 2000, Boiler Room got released. On March 17, 2000, Final Destination got released. On March 31, 2000, Price of Glory got released. On April 21, 2000, Love Basketball got released. On April 28, 2000, Frequency got released. On August 18, 2000, The Cell got released. On September 6, 2000, Turn It Up got released. On October 6, 2000, Bamboozled got released. On October 13, 2000, Lost Souls got released. On October 27, 2000, The Little Vampire got released. On November 10, 2000, Little Nicky got released. On December 8, 2000, Dungeons Dragons got released. On December 25, 2000, 13 Days got released. On January 26, 2001, Sugar Spice got released. On March 9, 2001, 15 Minutes got released. On April 6, 2001, Blur got released. On May 18, 2001, Town Country got released. On July 27, 2001, Rush Hour 2 got released. On August 24, 2001, Bones got released. On September 14, 2001, Life as a House got released. On December 14, 2001, The Lord of the Rings: The Fellowship of the Ring got released. On February 15, 2002, John Q got released. On March 8, 2002, All About the Benjamins got released. On March 22, 2002, Blade 2 got released. On April 26, 2002, Jason X got released. On June 28, 2002, Mr. Deeds got released. On July 26, 2002, Austin Powers in Goldmember got released. On September 20, 2002, Cheats got released. On October 11, 2002, Knock Around Guys got released. On November 1, 2002, Punch Drunk Love got released. On November 22, 2002, Friday After Next got released. On December 13, 2002, About Schmidt got released. On December 18, 2002, The Lord of the Rings: The Two Towers got released. On March 14, 2003 Willard got released. On April 4, 2003 got released. On April 25, 2003 The Real Can got released. On June 13, 2003 Dumb and Dumberer When Harry Met Lloyd got released. On July 18, 2003 How to Deal got released. On August 15, 2003 Freddy vs. Jason got released. On September 26, 2003 Second-Hand Lions got released. On December 17, 2003 The Lord of the Rings The Return of the King got released. On January 23, 2004 The Butterfly Effect got released. On February 13, 2004 Highwayman got released. On April 30, 2004 Laws of Attraction got released. On June 25, 2004 The Notebook got released. On October 8, 2004 Raise Your Voice got released. On November 12, 2004 After the Sunset got released. On December 8, 2004 Blade Trinity got released. On February 18, 2005 Son of the Mask got released. On March 16, 2005 The Upside of Anger got released. On April 20, 2005 King's Ransom got released. On May 11, 2005 Monster-in-Law got released. On July 15, 2005 Wedding Crashers got released. On September 9, 2005 The Man got released. On September 23, 2005 A History of Violence got released. On October 14, 2005 Domino got released. On October 31, 2005 National Lampoon's Adam Eve got released. On November 23, 2005 Just Friends got released. On December 25, 2005 The New World got released. On February 10, 2006 Final Destination 3 got released. On February 24, 2006 Running Scared got released. On April 7, 2006 Take the Lead got released. On May 5, 2006 Hoot got released. On August 18, 2006 Snakes on a Plane got released. On August 25, 2006 How to Eat Fried Worms got released. On September 4, 2006 The Texas Chainsaw Massacre The Beginning got released. On November 1, 2006 Little Children got released. On November 22, 2006 Tenacious D in the Pick of Destiny got released. On December 6, 2006 The Nativity Story got released. On January 1, 2007 Codenamed The Cleaner got released. On February 23, 2007 The Number 23 got released. On March 2, 2007 Full of It got released. On March 23, 2007 The Last Mimsy got released. On April 20, 2007 Fracture got released. On July 20, 2007 Hairspray got released. On August 10, 2007 Rush Hour 3 got released. On September 7, 2007 Shoot 'Em Up got released. On September 14, 2007 Mr. Woodcock got released. On October 26, 2007 Rendition got released. On November 2, 2007 Martian Child got released. On November 16, 2007 Love in the Time of Cholera got released. On December 7, 2007 The Golden Compass got released. On February 1, 2008 Over Her Dead Body got released. On February 22, 2008 Be Kind Rewind got released. On February 29, 2008 Semi-Pro got released. On April 25, 2008 Harold Kimmer Escape from Guantanamo Bay got released. On May 30, 2008 Sex and the City got released. On July 2, 2008 Kit Kittredge An American Girl got released. On July 11, 2008 Journey to the Center of the Earth got released. On September 12, 2008 The Women got released. On September 19, 2008 Appaloosa got released. On October 24, 2008 Pride and Glory got released. On November 26, 2008 Four Christmases got released. On January 19, 2009 Amusement got released. On January 26, 2009 Inkheart got released. On February 6, 2009 He's Just Not That Into You got released. On February 13, 2009 Friday the 13th got released. On April 17, 2009 17 again got released. On May 1, 2009 Ghosts of Girlfriends Past got released. On June 26, 2009 My Sister's Keeper got released. On August 14, 2009 The Time Traveler's Wife got released. On August 28, 2009 The Final Destination got released. On February 12, 2010 Valentine's Day got released. On April 30, 2010 A Nightmare on Elm Street got released. On May 27, 2010 Sex and the City 2 got released. On September 3, 2010 Going the Distance got released. On January 28, 2011 The Right got released. On February 25, 2011 Hall Pass got released. On July 8, 2011 Horrible Bosses got released. On August 12, 2011 Final Destination 5 got released. On November 4, 2011 A Very Harold Kumar 3D Christmas got released. On December 9, 2011 New Year's Eve got released. On February 10, 2012 Journey to the Mysterious Island got released. On June 15, 2012 Rock of Ages got released. On December 14, 2012 The Hobbit An Unexpected Journey got released. On March 8, 2013 Jack the Giant Slayer got released. On March 15, 2013 The Incredible Burt Wonderstone got released. On July 19, 2013 The Conjuring got released. On August 7, 2013 Were the Millers got released. On December 13, 2013 The Hobbit The Desolation of Smaug got released. On May 2, 2014 The Secret Life of Walter Mitty got released. On July 2, 2014 Tammy got released. On August 8, 2014 Into the Storm got released. On August 22, 2014 If I Stay got released. On October 3, 2014 Annabelle got released. On November 14, 2014 Dumb and Dumber 2 got released. On November 26, 2014 Horrible Bosses 2 got released. On December 17, 2014 The Hobbit The Battle of the Five Armies got released. On May 8, 2015 Hot Pursuit got released. On May 29, 2015 San Andreas got released. On June 26, 2015 Batkid Begins got released. On July 10, 2015 The Gallows got released. On July 29, 2015 Vacation got released. On August 14, 2015 Straight Outta Compton got released. On November 25, 2015 Greed got released. On February 12, 2016 How to Be Single got released. On April 15, 2016 Barbershop The Next Cut got released. On April 29, 2016 Keanu got released. On June 3, 2016 Me Before You got released. On June 10, 2016 The Conjuring 2 got released. On June 17, 2016 Central Intelligence got released. On July 22, 2016 Lights Out got released. On October 18, 2016 Within got released. On December 16, 2016 Collateral Beauty got released. On February 17, 2017 Fist Fight got released. On April 7, 2017 Going in Style got released. On April 18, 2017 Wolves at the Door got released. On June 28, 2017 The House got released. On August 9, 2017 Annabelle Creation got released. On September 8, 2017 It got released. On December 8, 2017 The Disaster Artist got released. On February 14, 2018 Game Night got released. On April 11, 2018 Rampage got released. On May 9, 2018 Life of the Party got released. On June 11, 2018 Tag got released. On September 3, 2018 The Nun got released. On November 21, 2018 Creed got released. On February 13, 2019 Isn't It Romantic got released. On April 3, 2019 Shazam got released. On April 15, 2019 The Curse of La Llorona got released. On June 10, 2019 Shaft got released. On June 26, 2019 Annabelle Comes Home got released. On August 7, 2019 The Kitchen got released. On August 14, 2019 Blinded by the Light got released. On September 2, 2019 It Chapter 2 got released. On November 11, 2019 The Good Liar got released. On March 26, 2021 Superintelligence got released. On April 23, 2021 Mortal Kombat Reboot got released. On May 14, 2021 Those Who Wish Me Dead got released. On June 4, 2021 The Conjuring The Devil Made Me Do It got released. On September 10, 2021 Malignant got released. On October 1, 2021 The Many Saints of Newark got released. On November 26, 2021 8-Bit Christmas got released. On January 27, 2022 The Fallout got released. On February 10, 2022 Kimi got released. On March 31, 2022 Moonshot got released. On September 23, 2022 Don't Worry Darling got released. On October 21, 2022 Black Adam got released. On January 13, 2023 House Party got released. On March 17, 2023 Shazam Fury of the Gods got released. On April 21, 2023 Evil Dead Rise got released. On September 8, 2023 The Nun 2 got released. On May 2, 2024 Turtles All the Way Down got released. On June 7, 2024 The Watchers got released. On June 28, 2024 Horizon An American Saga Chapter 1 got released. On October 3, 2024 Salem's Lot got released. On October 10, 2024 Caddo Lake got released. On November 28, 2024 Sweethearts got released. On December 13, 2024 The Lord of the Rings The War of the Rohirrim got released. On January 31, 2025 Companion got released. On March 13, 2025 The Parenting got released. On May 16, 2025 Final Destination Bloodlines got released. On August 8, 2025 Weapons got released. On September 5, 2025 The Conjuring Last Rites got released. On March 27, 2026 They Will Kill You got released. On April 17, 2026 Lee Cronen's The Mummy got released. On May 8, 2026 Mortal Kombat 2 got released. On July 10, 2026 Evil Dead Burn got released. On Upcoming Films got released. On February 26, 2027 The Revenge of La Llorona will be released. On September 10, 2027 The Conjuring First Communion will be released. On December 17, 2027 The Lord of the Rings The Hunt for Golem will be released. On April 7, 2028 Evil Dead Wrath will be released. On May 12, 2028 Final Destination 7 will be released. On July 21, 2028 Untitled Hello Kitty film will be released. On August 11, 2028 The Flood will be released. On September 8, 2028 Gladys will be released. That company will reach 60 years on June 18, 2027.
Wow, what a timeline of New Line Cinema's movies.
And New Line Cinema will reach its 60th anniversary next year? Good to know.